striker, so they have to check what they want to do with Højlund next season, because it's going to be an interesting. Zeski is on the news. Watkins is on the news. They want to buy a striker. Even after the game, somebody was speaking about that striker position, but we're going to get that on the show. Let's see what happens with Højlund and Manchester United striker position. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and today we're going to talk about transfers and some pre-season games that's going to be happening today and the one that happened yesterday. Good morning, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Fantastic morning to everyone listening to us, and for those joining us on YouTube, you guys are the real superheroes.
Good morning,
welcome to the show.
Good morning, Godwin. Good morning, good sports lovers. Welcome to the show, guys.
Okay, let's start with transfer news. Let's start with Lookman. Lookman is still on the news yesterday. The president of Atlanta was speaking that Lookman wants to leave Atlanta, but that Inter Milan have to pay up to 50 million euros. If not, he's going to stay by Atlanta. Lookman wants to leave. He wants to join Inter Milan, but they are still proving stubborn. They don't want to let him go. If they are going to let him go, they must pay up to 50 million euros. Even though that Inter is offering 40 million, they are still negotiating for that deal for the past 2 weeks and no breakthrough. They should allow Lookman to go to Inter Milan and play good football.
And they should pay the price that is requested.
It's simple. My best player. You want career for
Lookman.
No, when I said this about Moses Simon, you said it was about God. You said it was about the money or the project, and I'm like, this is your best for Nantes. This is your best player, and you're selling him for 5 million to a just promoted team. Your best player. Now for Atlanta, they are not playing that game with you. He's our best player. Even if he had a fallout with the manager or so, he is the best player on the side. And not forgetting that their highest goal scorer for last season has gone to Saudi. For if Rutegi, one season wonder, can pull up that kind of amount to go to Saudi as a striker, and I think a striker with 15 goals or so can pull up that huge amount. And Lookman that has been doing it for 3 years straight, back to back. You're not paying me. Come on now. This is prime Man United again. Because Man United at some point, we said before, I said before, Man United is a team that when they want to get a player, they bully the lesser teams to sell players to them. Before Woodward and Glazer started spoiling things at Man United, if Man United come for you, your price is 70 million. They will pay 40, you will not complain. Because it's Man United you're going to. So you'll be forced to accept the bid for Man United as a club. That's what Inter Milan, this is what Inter Milan is trying to do again. And clubs are not falling for that tricks anymore. With a big side in your pocket, you won't buy my player, bring money. Big side is as simple as that. It's gone are the days where you say, oh, we are the big team, you're a lesser team, you sell to us. And forgive me to say this, it's still happening at Germany right now, where every best player of every single club wants to play for Bayern Munich. Every best player of every single club wants to play for Borussia Dortmund, because those are the two big guys in the German league. But in Italy, in Italian Serie A, it's not like that. A big side is in your pocket. You want my player, bring the money. Atlanta has said, I think last summer it was about 60 million pounds or so. And everybody said, move where the division is high, move where the division is high. Last season, Basti delivered. The division was high when they won the Europa League. Last season, they didn't win anything. Division was still high. He still delivered. He had a couple of injuries. They brought in a couple of players to replace him after January. I think they said Lookman's replacement. I saw that news that the guy came in and flopped. Now, that's Lookman's replacement coming in his first season to flop. You want this guy. Atlanta is even telling you 50 million. If I am the board, if I am the chairman of Atlanta, let me tell you the truth. Lookman is going number 8 and number 8 and number 11 for Ballon d'Or ranking. Nothing less than 75 million pounds, not euros. So if you calculate the euros, it's about 90 million euros. Nothing less.
Well, Italian clubs don't pay that kind of
stuff. 19. If you don't want to pay that, pay 60. If you don't want to pay 60, pay 55. But that 40 doesn't cut it.
It doesn't cut it at all.
40 million pounds, about 32
because Inter Milan was not selling for
it doesn't cut
less
it.
than 90.
Actually, it's 40 million euros that they are offering Atlanta, not even pounds.
That's what I'm saying. 40 million euros doesn't cut it, because that's about 30 something million pounds. It doesn't cut it. So you want this man 60 million euros, 45 for 50 million pounds. We might consider. We might consider, because this guy is feeling like a king right now at Atlanta, and the board loves him. The players he had fallout with just because of one penalty miss. The players said at the moment, the players had his back. That at the moment everybody's morale were down. The players came to
the
manager said he wasn't in the right place to take penalties, because manager there outside, you don't know what players discuss, because they do round table meeting without manager, so you don't know what players discuss. But when he heard the players back him, He said, okay, this is how it's going to be. He didn't apologize, but you know, when your mother will not always apologize to you, but we know that he apologized because after benching him for one match, he went on playing him. So that's what happens with Lookman. And I feel like now Gasperini is out of the road. He's at Roma doing his thing at Roma. The next manager that will take over that Atlanta side should make sure he has a side that he's going to back and they will back him on the pitch.
Yeah,
but 50 million.
But
50 million
finally,
is too small.
Lookman should get that move because he's going to play better football at Inter Milan.
He
than
is better
Atalanta.
football. He's playing better football.
Like I wouldn't say better football because Atlanta are still in Europe. They are still in Europe, and secondly, he is already the face of the team where he is at Atalanta. If you want him to join your project, you pay the fee that is required and pay fast before they change mind. And then secondly, you now have him because let's not forget that Inter Milan can still resell Ademola Lookman for 90 million euros in 1 or 2 seasons to a bigger side. If coming to the Premier League, a Premier League big team may need him. So it's just them using a player right now that can add value to the team, but haggling over the price, I don't think it's fair to him or the club. They should pay the flat out price and move
The
on.
thing is, they submitted a bid before and it was flat out rejected. Now, whatever clause they added, it was still the same price you're coming with. If you're coming with, if we win Champions League, we'll add 10%. It not go work because we know sure say we win the Champions League. If we win the league, we'll add another 50%. We know sure. The money now, 70 million, that is the price. That's what we want. We want 60 million for him, 60 million euros for him. Get him in. If you're not getting him, leave him where he is. Because now we're not going to say for OSIMHEN the vision was high, why he didn't move, and now he's having a problem. Yes, every player would always have problems with their club, but if your productivity is different and if the manager that is coming in still wants him, because at the moment now it feels like the new manager coming in still wants him, the board still wants him. So if these two things are in check, that the manager wants him, the board likes him where he is, he doesn't have a problem at Atlanta.
Well, I feel personally, that he needs to go to another club. Personally, I think he needs to go to Inter Milan. I think he has more higher ceilings.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, to win, but just
to win the Serie A.
Yeah, I think.
What if Atlanta now wins the Serie A? Because Kivu looks like he's a confused man between that on that spot. He looks like on the sideline.
This 1-2 game that he did.
Kivu looks like a confused man, but with Ademola Lookman in and a couple of other good faces in, it could change the narrative. And definitely every new manager may definitely struggle in their first season.
It's normal. He's
trying to get a grip of the team and get them to play the way he wants to play, so it should be expected.
So let's see what happens with Lookman. Lookman he wants to go to Inter Milan. He has agreed personal terms with Inter Milan, but Atlanta said that they must pay up to that amount they want, 50 million euros, if they want him to move from Atlanta to Inter Milan. But let's see if that deal will go through. Another Nigerian that is on the move is our very own OSIMHEN. OSIMHEN has landed in Turkey, so he's going to sign his deal at Galatasaray. He's going to sign that deal, and he's going to be one of their main strikers. Remember, they are going to sell some of their strikers in that team. This guy will leave. The Spanish guy will leave. That is going to go to Como. Now Morata is going to leave and going to go to Mo. Icardi got an injury that almost kept him out of the whole last season. So they need a striker. And Lookman and OSIMHEN is going to join, and he's going to sign that contract. Everybody is happy. I think he got his spoon. Let him play one more season, and maybe next season he might go to a bigger club next season.
Yeah, the main thing is let him break that tie with Napoli FC and move into Galatasaray. He's still a young player. He's, I think, 26, turning on 27 pretty soon. So he should go ahead and have that time at Gala, last time out when he was there on loan, I think he played with Icardi for a couple of games before Icardi went out injured. Morata is on his way out. Yeah, Dries Mertens as well. And he's also his former teammate from Napoli. So I think he's in good hands around that setup. Gala should be in the Champions League as well. So he's going to have Champions League football. God willing, they meet Napoli in the Champions League, and then he can pay back some revenge on Napoli. But for now, good move for him. He can make any move to any team in Europe next season or next 2 seasons, however I want it to be. But if this deal hadn't gone through the way it had, I would have loved to see an Inter Milan going for OSIMHEN. Get him in.
Don't go. Maybe he did. But look at it now. Record signing, club record signing, the highest signing for the Italians. What's it called now? The Turkish league. The record signing for Turkish league, and it's a good one for Gala. Now we talked about Besiktas and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer trying to wrestle the league.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Wait now, and they come now. You go come from last to first. Now you know you just start from first.
Let's also forget that Leroy Sané is joining him in Ghana too.
See, that's what I'm saying now. You have a Besiktas that is competing for the league, that will compete for the league. That's a 4th place, 5th place. You have a Fenerbahce. You get, these are 2 people that want to compete, and those people, these 2 clubs are making heavy signings as well. Then you want to compete for the league against someone who has been dominant in winning the league, and everybody say they league to win league. Now, why people are complaining about them? They're also making signings, and they're not making signings of 30 million, 40 million. They're making good signings. OSIMHEN 75 million club league record so far, and they have other signings they've brought in so far in the team, and you see them bringing in Lorisani and the rest of them. So I feel like that now Galatasaray side is going to be very difficult. Like we talk about the Premier League, it's going to be very difficult. Anybody competing for the league and wrestling the league off Galatasaray this season.
It's going to be.
But I'm
tough.
just saying, going to Inter Milan, it didn't even do nothing.
Well, everybody expected him to go to a bigger club, especially in England. I understand, because if you look at his record for the past couple of seasons, he is one of the best players in the whole world. That's why it's confusing. Like from last year to this season, everybody was expecting, okay, maybe go to Manchester United, go to Chelsea, even Arsenal, go to PSG, go to somewhere that you understand. I'm not saying that Galatasaray is not a big club. It's a big club on their own rights. If you compare them with other clubs, if you example, if you compare with Chelsea, imagine that OSIMHEN is Chelsea. That means the fans in Nigeria will double because of OSIMHEN. The Chelsea fans will double because of OSIMHEN. That's the kind of thing we are talking about. But he's going to go to Gala. Hopefully, he will score more goals. Remember, he was the last top scorer for Galatasaray and the Turkish league last season. This season, he has a chance to sign permanently for them. So let's see if he's going to repeat what he did last season. Okay, let's move back to England. The Chelsea is almost completed the signing of Hato. Hato is going to join Chelsea officially. That deal was broke yesterday, and he's going to go to Chelsea. He's 19 years old. We talked about him yesterday. I think it's a good deal for everybody. Chelsea needs a left back, even though the boy is a centre back, left back, or something like that. But he's going to play majorly on the left side of the defense if Cucurella is not available. Good deal for everybody for Chelsea.
Yeah, good deal for everybody. Like we said, I think we've talked about this Hato's move, and the main thing is them getting him in and then getting him to decide. We are still going to see how he's going to compete for places in that left fullback position, because Cucurella has made that position his
and
own.
he hardly gets injured.
Yes, and he hardly gets injured. Kudos to him. And also, if you talk about performance, and it's starting to become one of the big names in that side too for Chelsea. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, no, so good deal for everybody.
You dey go Chelsea, go sit down for bench.
Nah, no man, nah.
Ta!
You start from somewhere. Everybody started from the bench.
You go dey pray make Cucurella go injury this season. Because now I feel like he's coming into a Chelsea side. People say from Chelsea you are going for a bigger things. Bros, you can still go to Chelsea and still go for a smaller thing. You have seen it happen before, so we won't say 1 or 2. I can't call the names now, but you can still go from Chelsea. But I feel like play for former European giants, because they were once upon a time European giants, Ajax or so, to Chelsea, play for current European giants. I feel like it's a good move for him. But for the move to Chelsea, why not go to some other club, please?
Okay, he's going to join Chelsea. Hato is going to join Chelsea on a long-term deal, 8 years contract. They give everybody 8 years long-term contract in that club. And if they don't work, they find a way to sell you. Chelsea is like, I don't understand how they do it, but they found something that works for them. No matter how many years contract they give you, like Viega, they gave Viega a long-term contract. That's why they could sell him up to that amount. They are going to sell him to Atletico Madrid. So they found a way. Even if you don't work out, they will still sell you. They are making profit. They are selling players, and they are buying a whole lot of young players. Talking about young players leaving Chelsea, Guyi is going to leave Chelsea because there is no way Guyi can play this season. Last season it was George Jackson and maybe Joao Felix and some of the strikers there, but now the competition is massive. He's going to, the lap is there. Joao Pedro obviously is going to start. Then Jackson is still there, so there is no way Guyi is going to even have minutes in the Carabao Cup. So the option for him is to leave, and Sunderland is looking to buy him.
Yeah, Guyi has you know, suffered for attention and suffered for game time at Chelsea, playing a big part, you know, part of the team that won the Conference League, and then getting a few minutes here and there. I think it's a good move for him, but the bigger part of the story is that Sunderland FC have outspent their other competitors that are
Sunderland are
coming from
buying.
the Champions League, the
I
Championship
wouldn't
into
say.
the Premier League. Yes, they have. Sunderland have spent £137 million this summer, and the other two have spent 74. Leeds have spent 74. The other, I think, Burnley has spent 74. The other team have spent 50
Leeds
something.
United.
So that's double what they've spent, and they've brought in real good professionals into the team. Talking about a top-rated #1 goalkeeper from the Dutch league. Talking about Granit Xhaka for the midfield and a couple of other faces. So Gio joining the team is an added advantage to the front line.
Yeah, at least Sunderland they spent £17 million for Granit Xhaka, bought Adingra for £20 million, bought Enzo from Roma for £20 million, bought Diarra from Strasbourg for £30 million. They have spent money. I understand that
135 million. No
they
be
have
my
been
mind.
spending money. They bought everybody they are buying. They bought Noah from for £17 million. They spent money. I think that they should survive this particular Premier League. If they don't
They've
survive,
spent a lot. They've
they
spent
spent a lot. But Gui going to adding to this particular squad, I think it's good. It's a good deal.
Gui
for them.
coming on loan.
It's
a
on loan.
deal.
It's a loan deal, yes.
Nobody
It's a
said
good
it's
one,
a permanent
if
one.
he goes,
It's a loan deal.
if it's going to get game time though.
He will get game
If-
time. That's
if-
the main thing.
It's a big if. He will get game time, but if
Even if he
how
doesn't,
many
He will
minutes?
get game time, bro.
I think he will get more game time at Sunderland than
Thank you.
Chelsea. It's not that he's going to start all the matches because
No, he will not start.
because
Obviously,
because
he
you
will
know
not
they
start.
have players that will start already. He's just there as backup, definitely,
Oh,
but he
wow.
will get more game time than Chelsea if you say that, if you put it that
Wow.
way. But is he a good player for the side to have? I think so, but I'm not sure because, like we say, it can be a hit, it can be a miss. I remember when Amad Diallo went there and it was a hit for them. That's why when he came back to Man United, nobody wanted him to go out on loan again. You get Gui coming from Chelsea. I would prefer to go in on a permanent move. So I know I'm leaving everything behind.
Everybody loves
There's
Chelsea.
no way. There's
There
no
is
way he's
something-
going to move
there
on
is
a
something-
permanent move
yeah.
out of Chelsea to Sunderland.
Mm.
No way.
My own is that there's something at Chelsea that all these young players like. I want to find out what they like at Chelsea.
Go ask
Because
Wenger.
I don't know what it was Arsenal. Then every young player wants to come to Arsenal. Now with Chelsea, even though I don't know if it's the money or if it's the projects, because it's lovely if you come to a club that almost everybody's around your age. Do you understand? It's sometimes it's fun. You can make friends, you can build, but everybody wants to come to Chelsea. All the young players, once they bid, bam, they are in. Even if it's not working out, they'll go out on loan and want to come back. Even all this kind of Ugochukwu, Kani, they want to still come back at Chelsea, even though Chelsea doesn't want them, but still they want to still play at Chelsea. But Chelsea are doing fantastic when it comes to transfer. They buy young players, and if it's not working, they will sell them. Other players that is supposed to leave Chelsea is obviously Sterling. Saudi club is not looking for Sterling because obviously nobody in Italy can or anywhere can pay that his wages. He was highest paid player at Chelsea when they brought him, so it's going to be very, very hard for any club to match that. But Saudi clubs are looking for him. Chilwell is another player that should leave Chelsea, but no rumor, no Saudi, no England, no anybody is looking for.
How you go see rumor, man?
Nobody is looking for Chilwell at all. I don't even understand that one. No one.
He go Crystal Palace.
It's
You
for-
know,
for
if
it's
he's
loan.
up to 5 games for Crystal Palace.
We already know why nobody's looking for him. It's just like what we saw. Was it early today or yesterday? Now how will I put it? When we saw Luke Shaw playing for Manchester
Yeah, he
United.
played yesterday. Yeah.
You are seeing him play and you are carrying your heart in your mouth because all you want him to do is play 15 games and let one club
And you're
come
like,
and carry
wow, Luke Shaw,
no,
wonderful
not be
tackle.
wow, no.
No,
Let one club come and carry him off your bottom line so that you can breathe. Because one knock now, it's in next season.
That's the problem. I think part of the problem with Chilwell and Shaw, they are good left backs, but injuries. will not allow
Injuries,
them.
and that's why you are not finding any suitor coming right now. I think what Chelsea will end up doing again is loaning him out for another season, basically, because
If
if another team can cover 70% of his paycheck, they can carry the balance and then hopefully
Because it's not common sense for Chilwell. If clubs are not coming and stay at Chelsea and
simple.
still collect my 200,
300 and something K,
and
yes.
eating, you cannot cancel his contract. You cannot let him go because no club. You cannot cancel his contract and you just go to his house and go and sit down without training. No, now you start at Chelsea, you will pay until his contract is out. So it's a dicey thing for Chelsea. Other players,
Do you know what we'll talk
The best
about?
thing is going
Do you
to
know
be
what
a loan.
we'll talk about? Looking into the person's personal life and looking for what's it called disciplinary actions to take against him to put his contract to rest. That's what Chelsea will be doing right now. They'll be looking for ways here.
These players are disciplined. They don't do
Some
anything.
of them know the discipline. No, they'll not be looking for where he kick a cat.
You think that they don't know their contracts? They know their contracts. That's why.
No, I'm just saying that's what happened to Kozuma.
No, but
They were looking for
even if
a kicking cat.
no, they cannot use that to cancel his contract.
They
That's the
can't.
point. They cannot use.
They can't.
They
Is this
cannot use it.
once you don't go court, yeah,
They cannot use. See, they cannot use those things to cancel his contract. They can suspend you. If you suspend a player, what he will miss is his bonuses, because his salary you will pay.
No.
They cancelled this guy's contract to Benjamin Mendy.
Mendy
was cleared in court.
No, Mendy own was different.
That's what I'm saying. Disciplinary action.
If Mendy own was different, Mendy say won that case against Manchester.
I know he won now, but for that time period, he wasn't getting anything.
That's what, but you still paid the money, so it's still you're going to still lose the money that you are still trying to. You lose.
No, if it's in his contract that if any disciplinary action.
The question is if it's in his contract.
If it is,
and nobody signs.
I cannot give you 8 years without it.
Nobody signs a contract with that. If that's the case,
a clause.
They would have cancelled Modric's contract because he's there for 8 years.
He's still investigating.
And nobody
now.
is still
investigating.
Nobody is still looking at whether they should cancel his contract.
Look at it. They are still appealing the case.
And he got a medal for the
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They are still appealing the case.
Some of these clubs, they don't, even if you are all these betting team, I've seen players go on betting scandal 1 year and come back. That's not part of, maybe it's not part of the clause.
Your contract.
Most of them.
Why was Tonali's contract not cancelled?
You think that these people don't have lawyers? They have lawyers. They look at this contract. They will tell you if you are going to sign. You think that the player will give a player will just read it. The players don't read their contract.
They do that for Nigeria.
No, the agents they are there. Their lawyers are there to read it. So they look at it before you go and sign it. That's why sometimes it takes a longer time. They are telling you they are looking at the papers.
Yes.
So they know what they are doing. But let's see. Chelsea needs to leave Chelsea.
The best thing is a loan move.
Yeah.
And
find a club
Chelsea
that
get somewhere that can pay that.
Part of his salary, the way they did with Sterling with Arsenal, pay part of his salary, and Chelsea can cover it. But if not, my guy will go sit down for Chelsea. If I'm you, I go just sit down for Chelsea, chop the money for 1 more year. Or more money, you know how much with that? I go chop am for 1 year.
A week.
A week, they will just carry 300,000 pounds, give me for a week. I shut down now. Go where? Go where? And do what?
I will be motivating the team from the bench.
I go join coaching staff. For the stand.
No waiting and do this guy for my.
Also, Chilwell needs to leave. Chelsea needs to leave. Sell Chilwell. They need to sell Sterling. They need to sell Disasi. Disasi is another player that nobody is actually looking at. He's still at the club. Nobody is actually looking at him. So Chelsea will have some of these players if they don't find buyers come end of the summer, end of the transfer window. Okay, before we talk about some of the preseason games and some of the transfers, let's go to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Both FM Sports. Toby, welcome to the show. Toby is here with us on the show. I see Anthony, welcome to the show. I'm seeing new persons on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Both FM Sports. Toby, I can see you. Toby, welcome to the show. Okay, Toby comments everywhere. And let me read some of the few comments. Toby is saying, okay, Hato to Chelsea, here we go. Yes, Hato will join Chelsea. He said, I don't like the way these European teams market our African talent. So embarrassing. I'm disappointed with Lookman sell price. Okay, yeah, everybody. I don't know why.
It's not the sell price. It's the buy price.
Okay.
Atlanta is not selling for that price.
So, okay, say Lookman is better than Garnacho. Yes, Toby, Lookman is better than Garnacho. Everybody knows that. He didn't say that. That's
debatable.
And he didn't say Lookman is better than Martinelli. I can actually accept that. I think
that's agreeable.
It's actually better than.
Anyway,
okay, Toby is also saying OSIMHEN to the world. Okay, when Xavi Simons arrive at Chelsea, EPL will cry. We are going to cook you all. Pipe the big 6 and cement our reign as world champions of Chelsea. Okay, thank you, Toby, for all that comments. Okay, say that he has subscribed and yes. Okay, thank you, Toby, for to subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Okay, Toby also says Lookman to Arsenal will have been a mass signing, in my opinion.
Valid point.
Okay, let's see. He's not going to Arsenal. Last time bought Madweke, so he's not going to go there. Okay, Anthony, welcome to the show. He said, good morning, presenter. Ademola Lookman couldn't go to Interland, but should go to EPL. Okay, EPL is better. Okay, but no EPL team is looking for Ademola Lookman. but he's going to go to Inter. If they agree with that deal with Atlanta, he's going to go to Inter Milan. Anthony, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Okay, Manuel Okitibi is saying, good morning, guys. I think Chelsea has the best selling team. They are making outrageous sales from most of their non-starters. Okay, I think that's true. Chelsea are buying and selling well. Their market did like a Lagos.
They are selling well.
Alaba market.
Buying well is still questionable.
Oh, but they are still selling well. If it doesn't work, they sell them.
They are buying well. They are buying well
and selling well.
They are buying well.
Yeah, in all the contests. Okay, Emmanuel is also saying with Arsenal, for young players it was a project, but with Chelsea it's for the money. That one can be debatable too. But then the money wasn't really a big thing then for players. They want to go to Arsenal, go to Manchester United, even if they are not paying them much. But now everybody look for money.
Now then it was for the project now.
Yeah, everybody's looking for money now. Okay, Drake Media is welcome to the show. He says Chelsea has the best window in terms of outgoings. Like Lookman should move now. This is his time, or he will suffer like OSIMHEN. I think so too. Drake Media, I think so.
That's debatable.
Yeah, I think so. He should move now. Move to Inter Milan now. Okay, Chukwobina, welcome to the show. So Chelsea has a stadium project they want to carry out. Most of these young players are strategic investment with the hope of selling them later for profit. A gamble that may pay off or collapse. Okay. Truthfully, when it comes to signing players, Chelsea are one of the common. They are selling players. Look at Viega is going for almost 40 million euros to Atletico. They are selling players. They are buying. They are selling. But Kani is out. Ugochukwu is out. They are selling players. I like that they are buying and selling players. But let's see. What will happen with Chelsea and all their transfers? Hato is obviously in at Chelsea. Now they are going to focus on Simeon. They have players. So remember, they have Gittins. We have not even talked about Gittins at all. They have Gittins that they bought.
It's going to start about.
Don't be to buy player now.
They bought Gittins now. They're going to buy. Chelsea are buying. They have to buy Simeon. Chelsea are buying players. They have to challenge. There is no excuse. Truthfully, if you look at all the clubs, everybody bought. Even Manchester United, that everybody is complaining, it has spent 140 million pounds already, euros already. So they spent money. They're going to say that if you spend more than 100 million, you don't spend money. Arsenal bought almost 5 or 6 players. They spent money. Manchester City, obviously, they were going to spend money.
They spent and they are still going to spend.
Yeah, they might even buy Levermento from the left back. Chelsea, look at how many players Chelsea bought. They are spending money. Even Spurs are spending money. Liverpool obviously are off the chart.
Thank
God to talk about Spurs. Spoiler: the Morgan Gibbs White deal has collapsed.
Everybody, it's off. He signed a new contract.
He signed a new 3-year contract at Nottingham Forest. So, no, you do this one. Let's go and win the Europa League next season or Conference League. We are bringing it home. So
everybody is signing players. Next summer, this next season is going to one of the biggest. I think it's going to be one of the biggest season in the Premier League. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool is spending more than 200 million. If they buy Isak, they are going to spend more than 200 million pounds in signing. So it's going to be very, very interesting. They are the favourites to retain the Premier League this season, but anything can happen in football. Anything can happen in football. But let's see what happened with all these transfers flying everywhere. Before we talk about more transfers, look at some of the friendly game happen. Yes, the preseason friendlies are flying everywhere. I'm going to give you the result of the big ones. For example, West Ham beat Everton 2-1.
Taught them a lesson. Guess who scored the second goal?
Taught them a lesson.
Guess who scored the second goal? I allowed them to score first goal now.
2 goals.
I allowed them. I allowed them to score. I allowed them to score. And Fulkrug scored a goal.
The same rejected Fulkrug that you were bad mouthing.
All of outside the box. From 19 yards out, so that 21 yards out, I've been at 19. Make a note over. From 19, now give us one over. 19 yards out. He lash out. Full crew. I want to get Callum. Callum Wilson do that thing. I have full crew. Why would I just get me somebody young? Somebody good. Like Marcia.
They won that.
Who beat Everton? Waiting no good.
Liverpool won their own preseason game against Yokohama. They won that game 3-1, and Florian Wirtz scored his first goal.
Something happened in that game. Something happened in that game as well. Respectable to Liverpool. Somebody that's not a captain came to his country, and Van Dijk was subbed off, and they gave him the captain band. I'm talking about Endo.
Endo will not start for
Liverpool. We know, but this one, that is as in that notion alone sent a big. What's it called? A big shout out to Liverpool. I'm sending a big shout out to Liverpool because it now tells you how they treat the players and how they treat themselves, how the players treat themselves. Van Dijk coming in, we know Endo is not even in the list of captains for the club, but him wearing that captain band in Yokohama is one of those, in Japan, is one of those things you say, oh wow, this team has themselves as family. And it was like a big move for them. And trust me, if another player come that Liverpool side, they don't go treat and less.
Liverpool, this the new signing, the 100 million euros sign started that game, but he couldn't score. He couldn't score in that game. But you have his own.
He created some
chances.
You have his own time when the Premier League starts. But if they buy Isak, you are going to see how they are going to actually structure that team when they get Isak, because Isak wants to leave Liverpool. The only club that can pay that money now
is Man United.
Which Man United? Is
and
Liverpool. Liverpool is going to pay that money. If he pays that, we're going to see if Anslot is going to play a 4-4-2, or he's going to move one of them to the wings, because they sold Diaz to Bayern Munich. He was unveiled yesterday, and he's going to wear the number 14 jersey at Bayern Munich. But it's going to be an interest when they bring Isak. Will you buy a £150 million striker and play him off the left? You know that sometimes he might not score a whole lot of goals.
He will play
from the left.
That center
you play that
position.
center and move Ekitike to the left.
He will play from the left.
So
he has done it before. He will do it again.
It's going to be interesting when they buy him. But
Elliot is still at that club.
Elliot is still at that
How
club.
do you play from the right now?
You should play from the left.
I saw some of that part of that game yesterday. Their main player is still Mo Salah.
Is Mo Salah
it's unquestionable.
Have Elliot to come and bench Mo Salah whenever Mo Salah is like, oh, I'm feeling tired, come and play small. That kind of thing. Have Elliot on the right, Florian Wirtz, every other person. I would say Isak on the left, Dominic Szoboszlai and Florian Wirtz to battle or slug it out in that position. But I feel like Florian Wirtz, Klumoshon Gakpo, and Isak are all going to battle for the right as well.
Gakpo started from the left side of the attack. Ekitike started at the striker, and Florian Wirtz started behind the striker in that game. So let's see how when they buy Isak, if they buy Isak, let's see how they are going to manage all these players. They are one of the when it comes to squad depth, they are going to have one of the biggest squad depth. Them, Arsenal and Chelsea, even Manchester. Since that's what I'm saying, I can't wait for 17th of August to start. Remember that 17th of August, the big two that will play, Arsenal and Manchester United, will play the first game. So
confirm.
Make both of them
prepare. versus Hoyland.
Yeah, they both of them.
Versus the world.
They prepare, but let's see what will happen in that particular game when it happens on 17th of August when the Premier League starts. Okay, other preseason game. Before I give you other result of preseason game that happened yesterday, because Manchester United played a preseason game yesterday. Let's go back to our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bolt FM Sports. And Emmanuel Okitibi said Nigerian players have poor management teams. OSIMHEN, Lookman, and others struggling to go to a good team despite their performance. Okay, happy startup story. Welcome to the show. Say happy for OSIMHEN finally. Yes, he's talking about Nigerian players, but I don't know why. But I can't even remember in Nigeria will have a breakout season and they will find it difficult to get a club. Even though that I will blame OSIMHEN for the first time, because when he had that wonderful season with Napoli, when the ovation was very high, you could have just come and left. Signing that contract killed everything, because you put the whole the whole ball in Napoli's hand.
Then the problem was he had about 2 years left on his contract. If he had just waited one more season, which he did, would have been okay. But signing, where I have a problem with him is that extension was where I have a problem with OSIMHEN, not the staying. I would have preferred him staying back, which he did, and it was okay with me. I was okay by it. But
don't sign.
But don't sign.
Leave your contract one more year.
So at the end of the contract, now you go whole knife. Now you go whole yam. So if Napoli is doing anyhow, you can say, oh, I have only 1 year left. I can leave. But once he put pen to paper, it was over for him at that moment, because he had about 2 years left on his contract and went to put pen to paper, and the problem started. So now the knife, the everything, the gun, the everything was at Napoli's hands. They could do whatever they wanted with it. But Ademola Lookman now, I think he has about 3 years left on his contract, or 2 years left on his contract. The ovation is high. He can still stay. But I just feel like and Ademola Lookman starting first, he didn't play under 17 and under 19 for Nigeria. He started from there. Started from the English setup, played under 17 with England. I think he won a trophy with English under 17 and thereon. So Ademola Lookman, we will say, I won't fault him as a Nigerian player also in full, because they don't start from grassroots football like Kelechukwu Iheanacho and Victor Osimhen. They will win under 17, under 20, and the rest, go World Cups.
Okay, let's see what happens with both of them. Both of them, obviously, OSIMHEN's deal is obviously settled, so he's going to move to Galatasaray. He's going to play this season. Then hopefully, we are praying that next season he will go to a bigger club, because I don't like that he's going to stay at Turkey. But even though that Turkey is a good place and Galatasaray is a big club, but come on, playing at English Premier League, he has this particular. He's in 27 years now. So after Galatasaray, he needs to go to play one of these big six club in England before he moves to Saudi, because he's going to move to Saudi and chop money. I know.
The main thing is, I think where we get it wrong is that most of these players find it hard switching management teams when you are not getting what you want. There is a reason why a certain Mino Raiola was known all over Europe, or anybody that signs with him knows that they are getting the big deals. That's why a couple of players have moved the way they've done a couple of seasons ago. I've gotten those.
Even Judge Mendes.
Yeah, even Judge Mendes too. So a lot. Man. You just need to be able to. If what your team is giving you in the management team is not what you want, switch teams.
Okay, let's see what happens with Lookman. Lookman might still stay at Atalanta. That's the thing, but he might still get his move depending on how they sort out that particular deal with Inter Milan. Hopefully he goes to Inter Milan, because he has a better chance to winning the Serie A and challenging for the Champions League with Inter Milan than Atlanta. So but let's see what happens with him. With them other transfers that is happening around Europe, Aubameyang will move back from Saudi Arabia to Olympique Marseille. He's landed at Olympique Marseille. He's going to sign a 1-year contract. Most players are not leaving Saudi. Even Laporte from he has moved back to Spain. Most of them are leaving. They are joining and they are leaving. But Aubameyang is going to leave Saudi Arabia and sign for Olympique Marseille. Another player that will sign his contract is Koundé. Koundé is going to sign a new contract with Barcelona. He's going to stay about a 3 or 4 year contract with Barcelona to extend to 35 years contract with Barcelona. So that deal will happen for Barcelona. Okay, other friendly games that happened yesterday. Manchester United. Højlund was hearing all these rumors that were flying yesterday. 1 minute they will talk about Sesko. The other minute they will talk about Watkins. The other minute they will talk about Sesko, and he decided to score a goal yesterday. He scored the first goal for Manchester United, and they beat Bournemouth 4-1. It was one of the best showing in that first 17 minutes, one of the best play I have seen Manchester United play, because I actually was awake. I had to see that game, and they were passing well. I was wondering, has Amorim arrived? Maybe Amorim don't arrive, or maybe probably these boys are trying to do well. In that particular game, Cunha did not start at all. He wasn't on the bench at all. Mbeumo did not make his debut, because I was thinking that Mbeumo was going to make his debut. Both of them did not start. Both of them were out, and Fernandes played as one of the center midfielders. So I think a good preseason for them, beating Bournemouth 4-1.
First and foremost, don't call it a comeback, because Man are not yet back. Secondly, Højlund.
It's just a preseason. Now waiting I go talk.
It's not about. It's just.
No, now waiting I go talk, because when they lost, it was Man United playing rubbish. You know, seeing it. Nah, it's just a preseason. Now,
I'm not done. I'm not done.
You have the floor.
I'm not done.
You have the floor. Spotlight on you.
Don't call it a comeback. You get because you don't want
one game.
You don't want to jinx it.
Now that's just
that's number one. Secondly, Højlund scoring in that game, good goal, but
header.
Good, yeah, it was a header. I saw the game. Good header, but there was no man on him. And secondly,
now they walk up a striker. They will not talk before. Say his problem. Wait.
There was no man on him. Secondly, for the first time, he got service. Patrick Dogu made the connection, and he made that fantastic header to get the goal for Manchester United. I'm going to leave it at that. But for the rest of the performance from the team, good game for Dogu. A good game for that young talent, and what's his name now? Ethan, for the side, getting the 4th goal. Fantastic game so far.
Now, he said he got service, which I've been complaining about. And he said the thing Gordon has been saying is positional awareness. He's always unaware of his position. He's always finding himself in the wrong spot at the wrong time. That's Godwin's take. Now he gets the right spot, the right time, and he gets service, and you score, and you say, waiting. What do you want to say now?
It was defensive error from Bournemouth defenders.
How will it not be defensive error?
Defensive error.
No, how?
It's defensive error. Lack of awareness from those two defenders. If you saw that goal,
See,
he was right in front of the goalkeeper, in between two defenders who weren't picking up
because
his
he
run
made the
up.
right, he
It
made the
is
right
not about
run,
making the
he
right
found
run.
the right spot, he got the right pass, and he scored the right goal.
Just go watch the highlights, bro.
That's one thing we've been talking about.
Just
I said,
go watch the
it's
highlight,
not about
bro.
go watch the highlight. I saw
I'm
the game
telling
as
you,
well.
see the goal.
You get-
If there is no way,
Now,
there is
now,
no
see,
way that's
like
not
like
an
Godwin,
error.
like Godwin has been saying for the past decade about Højlund, and I keep saying this man is making the runs, but he's not getting the service. I kept saying it here on the show.
And he won't
John,
get
wait.
the service till he
John,
starts
wait.
converting because
Now,
nobody.
no,
Do you
now,
know
John,
how
wait. Now,
frustrating-
let me finish.
No.
Let me finish.
Do
Let me
you know
finish.
how
Let me finish.
frustrating it is for a
Now,
winger to keep giving
now,
that guy ball?
now,
and he keeps ballooning it.
I said,
every
how many
single
times have you
time.
given him the ball? You're here on the show. How many passes does he get when he's in the final third?
Højlund misses
I keep
about
saying it.
5 chances per
I keep
game.
saying it
About
on the show.
5
How many
point blank chances per game.
Harvards they miss? I keep saying
Point
it here.
blank.
Now let me finish. I keep saying it on the show. Højlund makes the runs. He doesn't get the passes. He doesn't get the ball. He makes those runs. He keeps making those runs. He doesn't get service. And you expect him to convert the half chances he gets when there are defenders on him. And Godwin will say, it's not about making the runs. It's about making the right runs. Yes, am I right? Now, Godwin will always say it's about making the right runs. As a professional guy that he is, he doesn't want to pick sides. But himself, for in right mind, he know.
You
He
can't
know.
speak for Godwin.
No,
Speak for yourself.
I'm speaking for all of us.
Speak for
Because
yourself.
I'm
You
speaking
can't
for all
speak
of
for
us
all
here
of
in the
us
studio.
because you are not the tortoise. Speak for yourself.
Because if Godwin know, and John, you know,
I don't know anything.
that even when we talk about, when you keep talking about KPI, I'll tell you, defenders have their KPI. Strikers and attackers have their KPI. It's who does their job better that you will give credit to. In this one, who do their job better? Højlund, did he make the right run? Yes. Did he get the service? I've been begging them to give him since 19 brigged him. Just give him the ball. He will try and convert. At Atlanta, in a tight position, he scores goals. At Man United, in his first season, he scored goals. So in last season, everybody, let's agree to disagree that last season everybody was off at Man United.
Okay, now,
But this game,
So for last season now, we agree to disagree
that everybody was off.
But first season, everybody was off.
And he scored goals.
I hear you. It's fine.
And again, he scored goal.
yeah, it's not
Finding himself in the right spot. I don't like. I don't say don't miss that ball because I ain't heard take touch that ball. I don't know because Petrovic was standing right there.
He couldn't have missed it. It was spot on.
That's not clear miss.
He couldn't have missed it.
Forget the.
Dogu scored the second goal in that game.
Scored his first Man United goal.
Yeah, he scored the second goal in that game. Ahmad scored in the 53rd minute. Ahmad played as a wing back. He has played more. Okay, last game he played as a wing back. This particular he played behind the striker. So they are going to be alternating him, especially because he's one of the.
Because that was started. I think that was started.
Yes, he's supposed to be the star boy of Manchester United if he plays well. Because the last season, whenever he plays, you could see he's one of the shining lights for Manchester United. But they won that game comfortably 4-1. Didit was introduced in the second half and he scored an own goal, the only goal for Bournemouth in that game. So that game ended 4-1. But let's see what Amorim is going to do. If he's going to stick with Højlund and Zeski for the next season. Remember, they bought Cunha and they bought Mbeumo.
And I think Philip Billing is back at Bournemouth as well.
Yes, Billing is back at Bournemouth.
After 1 year loan at
Napoli. So let's see what happens with them. Let's see what happens with Manchester United. Maguire started, Euro started, and Shaw started. That is 3 centre back. Dogu started, Fernandes and Casemiro played at the CM, and Dalot started at the wing back. Ahmad and Mount behind Højlund. So as I said beginning of the talk, that Cunha did not start and Mbeumo did not play at all in that game. Amorim is cooking. Maybe he's cooking.
Amorim is not cooking anything.
I believe he's cooking something for us. Because you cannot, I repeat, you cannot finish 15th on the table and lose that amount of game. It's not even going to be, no, you cannot even explain it to anybody. You cannot. So whatever thing that he needs to do, let him start doing it now. He needs to get his team right for the Premier League, because look at all the top teams ahead of him. Everybody is beautiful, but nobody is telling him to finish top 5.
Amorim, go and learn from Arteta.
Finish top 6, even top 5 is okay. Play that the people know that you are making
Amorim
progress.
has already told you.
So
he doesn't want time.
Amorim, go
If
and
he fails
learn
to
from
deliver in
Arteta.
2 years, he doesn't want long time. If he fails to deliver a trophy
Amorim,
in
go and
2
learn
years,
from Arteta.
Amorim
This
told you-
Højlund goal na deception. Na so Jesus dey
Højlund
do
told you-
Arteta.
Amorim told you that he is not going to build skyscraper. Don't give him 5 years. He wants the pressure.
Oh,
That
wow.
in 2 years, if he doesn't deliver a trophy to Old Trafford, he has failed as a manager at Man United.
Now wetin I go talk,
that
na
is
make your mind
his-
come down.
That is his words.
Now wetin
That is
manager
why I'm
go
saying
talk.
he is the man to take Man United
Now wetin
forward.
manager go. Now so
And I'm
another manager talk say end of era. Now wetin you go talk when the pressure come now.
Amorim says he can handle the pressure. Give me the pressure.
Amorim is
Than
now
giving me
fond.
time.
Amorim is now fond of telling Manchester United players and fans that we are going to suffer. We will
Well,
go through
I
this.
think
We'll go through that.
it's common sense if you say that. When it happens, people will not say you did not say. So I understand.
You, they say
for example, the
background.
Hag said that errors is come to whatever statement he made. Look at how he backfired. People used to criticize him throughout his stay at Manchester United, but it's easier for you to start small. For example, I tell you, give me time, I'm building. So anything that happens, you tell that I told you I'm building. No, now you cannot use that excuse again.
But chasing that end, I don't last end. But they have good to see.
Let's say Manchester United won that game 4-1. I dwelt on it because Hoyle scored after all the rumors we are talking the past 2 days. Watkins and Sesko, he decided to start scoring goals. Other preceding that will happen today, Arsenal will play Spurs by 12:30 today, and Barcelona will play their friendly game today. I was thinking at 12 midnight, but they are going to play their friendly game today by 12 p.m. today against FC Seoul. So let's see if that game happens for Arsenal and Spurs. It's not London Derby away from England, but let's see how that game will go. Okay, let's read some of the comments on our YouTube channel before we take calls. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volts FM Sports, and Africa Startup Story saying Manchester United doing initial gara.
Now preseason it's just if to say they lose now, it's not initial gara. It's a bit normal mind. Okay. Now preseason is just
saying Aubameyang moved back to Europe. Is why I say OSIMHEN is not wise. He is young. Go and make lots of money for 2 years in Saudi and come back to Europe. Okay, he has been saying that. Also paying well now. He has been saying that we cannot compare Saudi money and that now. Okay. Aderi, welcome back to the show. Say hi, Godwin. How are you? Okay, Isak should go to Liverpool for £150 million for Isak deal to Liverpool, and Nicolas Jackson should go to Manchester United, and Benjamin Sesko should go to Newcastle. I like the way you share this striker around, but it's all right. It's all right.
You want Sesko at Newcastle?
Okay,
Jackson.
Welcome to the show. Judah is saying Nigeria can be fun. The same people were complaining that Napoli was preventing OSIMHEN from moving due to €75 million, release clause instead of the supposed 100 million, are now complaining for Lookman. Okay. Let's see how these deals work out for Nigerian players. Okay, let's open the phone line and take phone calls. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Name please. Okay, what is your contribution?
Our Nigerian brother to their club. Yeah, they are really tired. And for Sydney, I want to tell him that after playing one season for Galatasaray,
You should come to Chelsea.
you should come to Chelsea. Yeah,
I know.
I know the rush now. Let me tell you. You should just leave that place and go to England, whether he comes to Chelsea or not.
Okay.
Just leave that place.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, and for Manchester United, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
They
hear
are doing it several. Make them they win pre-season. After they don't win pre-season, it's when they call a free 20.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, yes, OSIMHEN should come to a bigger club in England. Come on, he's OSIMHEN. I love him. Even if he's going to play for Chelsea, Manchester, just come somewhere and play. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Name and location, please. Yeah. Okay, what is your contribution?
Yeah, Nelson?
Yes.
The way you used to defend these people, defend Manchester United, I want to put you to you are a Manchester United fan.
I agree.
And you be defending these people. You are just hiding yourself with
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
Yes, you are not defending with Western United.
I agree.
You defend them. In fact, is it because, please come out and support your club.
And the same thing is what I said. Wait, yo, chill, bro. The same thing I said about Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan. Yo, the same thing I said about when I did all the backings for Liverpool last season, I'm a Liverpool fan as well. When I was backing Tottenham Hotspur, I'm a Tottenham Hotspur fan. I'm just saying. I am a Man United fan. I agree.
All right.
I agree.
Manchester United have any fan from Africa, not to talk of Nigeria.
You say? You say?
Now what for you?
You say waiting.
All right, thank you very much. Okay.
No, Godwin, I want to do events. All West Ham United fans should come. You come and do census.
Okay.
Then you will know if Nigeria, West Ham get Nigerian fan base or not.
West Ham don't get Nigerian fan base.
We are not as much as we are not as much. Godwin, I'll say it. We are not as much as Liverpool and
You are
Man
3 in
United.
Nigeria, just 3.
We are not.
3
We're like
radicals.
about 1,000 or so.
Good morning.
Good
Name
morning.
location, please.
Na fresh for me na. John, if you win match, na wahala for you. If you lose match, na big trouble for you. Wetin you go do, you make we please you for this life.
I'm happy you guys won. I'm happy you guys won. So don't get it twisted.
All of you go say you dey say Liverpool you no dey cool. When you go shock una, John, I wan promise you something. You dey hear me?
Yes.
Yes. You see next season wey dey come. Now you go to Champions League and then win a trophy.
Amen.
Okay.
No matter of amen. Then if you that time, after the end of the season, I will still be there for una show.
Thank you.
Baba, he show me that he say na 15th get to na next season.
All right.
He
Thank
said
you
they go
very
win a
much.
trophy.
Na
If
15th
there's na
get to
Carabao
na.
Cup, na one go win.
Trophy is a trophy, but let's see. Okay.
Now trophy, but before
Good
na
morning,
Roma
everybody
Cup.
in the studio.
Hello. Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yeah, now I'm the Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah, calling from Western Campus.
Okay. What is the contribution?
Mayo, normal, Isak, we know.
It's
They are
just
going to finish
pre-season.
9.
It's just pre-season.
And I want to ask, Chelsea that budgeting to build the stadium. They also the Stamford Bridge, they inherit it.
They are tenants now.
Okay, I think say they inherit the stadium.
No.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see what happens with all these transfers. Transfers are happening everywhere. Preseason are happening everywhere. Let's hope that my own is that 17th. I'm waiting for 17th of August to start. All this 17th now. When you go show workings.
Your Torres
No
versus
be by church. Now show workings. Ariasa go show workings. Ateta go show workings. Amorim go show workings. You must show
Pep
workings.
go show workings.
Pep go show workings.
And Slot go show workings.
Everybody must show workings.
Thomas Frank go show workings.
Leave Thomas Frank alone.
Na Tottenham na Big Six we just call. We call the Big Six. Make you no show workings.
Okay, let's see. Hope that they're going to show workings.
They go show workings.
Let's see what happens with all of them. Okay, tomorrow we'll come back again to talk to give you gist about all the transfer happening around Europe everywhere. Hopefully, Lookman will make that transfer because Lookman is one of our best players playing for Inter Milan. I think it's a good team for them. Okay, thank you for all for joining us on today's show. Tomorrow we are back on the show. By then, some of the preseason games have been played. Arsenal will play, Barcelona will play, even Spurs will play their game today. We'll talk about it tomorrow. My name is Godwin, and have a wonderful day.
Hello Enugu and welcome to Vote 104.3 FM, where music meets the
Thank
voting.
you very much. MNK, welcome to the show. You came late, but thank you for joining us on today's show. MNK, say greeting
Don't forget
to you,
to
my
subscribe.
guy. Everybody, if you are here, please remember to subscribe to our channel.
And like the video too.
Thank you for joining us on today's show. Africa Startup Story. I hail you. Drake Mida, I greet you. And thank you all for joining us on today's show.
Judah, we see you.
Emmanuel Okitidi, thank you for joining us. Toby, thank you for joining us on today's show. Thank you for this subscribing to our channel. We do this every day from Monday to Saturday. We give you gist and we banter ourselves here on the studio. Thank you all for everything. Thank you guys. See you guys tomorrow by 8.